Hello everyone, DeadPoodles here, and welcome to another episode of Destiny 2 Builds. Today we have a very well-rounded Warlock build that came about rather abrupt, after realizing the build that I had been working on wasn't really all that good. So I bring you the Apostate of Osiris, a powerhouse of a Warlock bringing the pain but keeping things at medium range. New Destiny 2 builds drop every Saturday, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date. With all that out of the way, let's get right into the gear setup for today's build. The Apostate of Osiris once worked very closely with Brother Vance, but after some disagreements over Osiris's character flaws, decided to part ways and denounce his former idol. Built around the exotics, Vesper of Radius, and the one and only Wardcliff Coil. I actually had an entirely different build planned for today, built around the items from Xur, Starfire Protocol, and Merciless. But after playtesting with the Dawnblade subclass, this felt a little bit underpowered and was not having any fun with it at all. Originally, I was going to use the full Kairos set for this new one, but in the end I did not like how it looked. So, looking at the armor, we have the Kairos Function Crown, with a mod to recover health faster. This is the only Kairos piece I ended up using. The Anka Seeker 4, with a mod to recharge class abilities faster. The Vesper of Radius, with the perk Planetary Torrent, causing rifts to unleash an arc shockwave when cast, and rift energy recharges faster when surrounded by enemies. This works great for both PvP and PvE. The Anka Seeker Boots, with a mod to reduce recoil for energy weapons. And Be Thy Cipher Warlock Bond, with a mod to recover health faster. This brings my stats to 5 mobility, 2 resilience, and 8 recovery. Using the Stormcaller subclass with storm grenades, a power rift, and most importantly, the second jump ability, Burst Glide. This allows for much faster movement overall, and made this one of the most agile Warlocks I've played without Blink. Using the Attainment of Conduction tree, this build is able to cause mass area of effect damage with Chain Lightning, a melee ability that will cause considerable damage to tightly packed groups. Transcendence, which when cast with a full grenade and melee energy, Storm Trance will last longer and fully restore health. Arc Web, which works great with the storm grenades, causing enemies damaged by your grenade to chain lightning to other nearby enemies. And Ionic Blink, allowing you to teleport while in your super by toggling the left stick. Looking back at the weapons, we have Scathe Lock in the kinetic slot. This will be your go-to secondary weapon whenever you find yourself outgunned in a clutch situation. With the perks Under Pressure, which improves stability and accuracy as your magazine gets slower. High caliber rounds, that cause shots with this weapon to knock targets back and slightly increases range. IS-5 circle sight and an adaptive frame. The primary weapon for this build is the Manannan SR4, an absolute beast of a scout rifle that eats at mid-range, with explosive payload, causing projectiles fired from this weapon to create an area of effect upon detonation, alloy magazines allowing for faster reloads when the clip is empty, candle PS sight, and a lightweight frame. This weapon excels at almost everything you can try to do with it, but I have found it a bit harder to get those long-range shots, so I would stay out of one-on-ones with Amida. Last up, for anything becoming too much of a bother or just simply pushing up too close, the Wardcliff Coil in all its glory. Jumping into the gameplay, you can see how this build works. When running any scout rifle, players will often tend to try to rush you, expecting you to either have an SMG with very bad accuracy, or a sidearm that depends on precision hits. Running into a weapon like the Scathe Lock can easily stop them dead in their tracks. A lot of Trials players will have very similar setups to this, with Amida being backed up by Uriel's Gift or Positive Outlook. So the weapon choice setup from the start is going to feel very competitive, If enemies are bunching up at the far end of medium range, the Manannan is sure to make short work of them. I use my storm grenades several different ways. Most obviously whenever I see enemies grouped up, but also if I'm expecting someone to rush me. Dropping a storm grenade before they jump out around a corner can cause damage before the shootout even begins and net you the win. Using the Wardcliff Coil whenever possible, its volley of rockets do have a mild tracking feature, so it is possible to land longer distance shots at medium range. But it does work best at close distance, and even better if enemies are bunched up. But that's gonna do it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like. Always much appreciated. New Destiny 2 builds drop every Saturday, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date. Follow me on Twitter at DPS United for more news and game-related content. New Destiny 2 tips and tricks drop every Tuesday, so be sure to slam that notification bell so you know the minute new videos come out. As always, this is DeadPoodles, and I will talk to you all next time.